proud of the kids. Get the first road victory of the season for us is very, very important. The offense was very powerful tonight. They ran the ball extremely well. Thought they reacted to situations when they got stopped a couple times. Positive, good adjustments again by the coaches, obviously, at halftime, and the kids applied them in the run game, and it was great to see. Special teams, we were solid for the most part. I thought we did a nice job on we had to do a big kickoff return. Kickoff cover team obviously ran down there a bunch today, and they covered pretty well for the most part, and proud of that group of kids. And so special teams was solid, punted the ball a couple times, and it was pretty good punts, so that was good. Defensively, we played hard, and we flew around the field. We're better than that, though, on defense. We're going to have to be better on that on defense, and I give a lot of credit to Illinois. They're hard to stop. It's a very difficult scheme, and they got some very good players out there. My problem is we had too many little mental breakdowns where it doesn't look like pre-snap awareness or where we need to be. So, but it's a great victory. We can correct them. It's great to have to teach. When you get a victory, we're going to take advantage of this bye week and get the kids back and continue to progress.
Gary, do you know the severity of Chris's injury?
I think he'll be fine. It's a good thing it's a bye week, though. I would say that. So I think we'll get him back and he'll be ready to roll.
You talked about pre-snap awareness. You weren't very happy with that. How much of that has to do with not having him out there as a communicator?
Possibly some, but that's not an excuse. The next guy up needs to come in, and I thought Trotter played pretty well, and there's a lot of packages going on and off the field when you're playing Illinois, and that is definitely part of their scheme, and they do a nice job with it. And you have to react on defense in a positive way, and it's not just getting the call; it's knowing what you're doing. So, situational defense and situational sub packages, we need to react better. And again, I'll look at myself. I'll say it first. It's on me. I got to get those guys back there, and as coaches, we got to be better and to give the players a better opportunity. Period.
Did you make a big emphasis on getting a road win, or didn't you have to say much this week?
We talked about it. Definitely, it was if you're going to have any opportunity to be a great team, you got to win on the road, and that's really what I had talked to them about. But it was important for them to find a way to get on the road, and we played some pretty good teams on the road. They've been some, and I believe we're a good team also. So we were able to come in and get one today, which was very important. That it?
Typically, the way the offense is playing over 90 points in the past 2 weeks, especially this statement they may come on starting that second half with 2 touchdown drives right off the bat.
Yeah, that was big, especially when you've got a team with some momentum on the offensive side of the ball like Illinois did. It was kind of there was big play after big play coming our way, and our stops were not as good on defense, but the offense was powerful. They threw the ball well. I think they got a good mix of run and pass, and the running backs ran the ball hard. Tight ends caught the ball well. So it was a good mix today offensively, and it has been for a long time. But they're firing on all cylinders for the most part, which was great to see.
How tricky was the wind, and was it important to take advantage when that was at your back?
I don't think the wind was a factor. Maybe we got a couple balls hung up in there in the air, but not to the point to where it adjusted our game plan.
Seems like you guys were rolling on both sides of the ball until Chris got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Did losing a leader like him kind of flatten out the momentum that you had?
Yeah, there's so many seniors on that defense and so many good players on that defense that I don't think so, and I surely would hope not, and that's exactly what they would say if they were standing here in front of you. Now, does it hurt to lose Chris? Absolutely. He's the best linebacker in the country. I'll say it again and again and again, and so we need to get him back and get him rolling where he needs to be. But he'll be fine. If that did deflate us, then we need to grow up and mature and not let that happen to us.
Was it a little different approach defensively last week? All the pressure and the blitzes, and it seemed like there were times you were rushing 3 and dropping 8 today.
Yeah. It maybe a little bit of a flopping philosophy, maybe too much of a flopping philosophy. So we were getting good pressure early on the quarterback, and they did a nice job of blocking us. And it's the big plays that hurt us. It's not really rushing 3. It's not really that we didn't blitz enough. It's the big plays. It's the trick plays. It's the balls down the field. And again, the other team is they're executing. They did a nice job, and hat goes off to Illinois for those situations, but it doesn't make it acceptable on our side. So whether we're rushing 3 or blitzing, you can't give up big plays on defense. It just gives teams momentum.
Speaking of the big plays, what did you see from your DBs, especially the young guys today?
Some good things. I think Sojourn again had a very solid game and did some good things for us. Bakari got in there and was able to get a few reps there at the end. And, they're coming around. Tanner, every game he plays, I think he gets a little bit better. And, he's a sophomore, but he's still played safety now for about a month, so he's not too schooled up at it yet. But the coaches are working hard, the players are working hard on those young back end kids, and we need to focus on it now because we had some problems today in the back end, and people are going to see it on film, and they're going to make us show that we've gotten better.
Melvin's over 1,000 yards already. He's going for 140 almost every game. Just commonplace for you. You almost expected.
He's, no, because he still wows me every single week. There's a run or two every single week where it's just like, holy cow. And so does James. And both those kids really are special running backs, and they do some great things. But for Melvin to get over 1,000 yards is very, very impressive. And I know he's excited about getting that done. He's got some help up now. There's 10 of the guys out there helping him out getting those yards, but Melvin's a very talented young man, and so is James.
How important was the early turnover that Hemer got? Third touchdown.
What was the first part of the question?
How important was that?
Yeah, I thought it was real important, especially as the game swung a little bit back there in the second quarter. It became even bigger because it gave us an opportunity to get up to, I believe that pushed it to 21 if I remember right. So that was a big score, and it's fun to see him make a play like that. I'm glad to see him get some. He had some nice plays today. He gets a great push on the PAT field goal and made a couple other nice plays, and that was a huge one for him. So it's fun to see a senior like that that's given so much, makes some big time plays. Did it? Thank you guys.